YouTube faithful, it's Captain Crush back in the mix. It's Taco Tuesday. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I'm going to teach you how to have a winning process. Hand to God, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start today. There's a lot of noobs running around the betting scene, the fantasy sports scene. They're lost in the sauce. Enter Captain Crush. Bang! Right into the mix to help the ones who are lost and be the voice of the voiceless. Now, if you're new, old, or whatever, smash that like button like mama taught you right. Bang! Because that's the only tool that I have to make sure that people see these videos. You understand what I'm telling you? I do appreciate it. Now, I haven't got to talk to you guys since Flex Friday. It's been a hot minute, right? Yeah, Captain Crush knows. But today, it's Taco Tuesday. We got things we got to go over. But first, got to give a shout out to Lookout Bag Chaser or Lockout Bag Chaser, whatever his name is in the Discord. He finally did it. He made a 6-man fantasy score sheet and it went 25x. Gotta tip my hat to you, buddy. Virtual hat, that is. But the man cooked. And how did he do it? He followed and trusted the process, okay? Point blank simple. I didn't post any of these under daily props or any of these things. I had variations of these guys, but he trusted the model, trusted the process, and cooked his own lineup, which is what I preach and teach in my Discord, guys. Self-sufficiency. Yes, I spoon feed you daily props and slips and every single day, but I also provide the tools so you can win and put things together like this. So if I'm not 100% holding your hand all hours of the day, you can cook a 25x banger. And here it is right here. The proof's in the pudding. He did this right here, guys, and I'm going to show you how he did it momentarily. But the weekend, I was out of town. I'm finally back, but it was still a good weekend, guys. It's a new month, chance to reset. Everybody's going to have a chance to have green pickets. This was my main lineup over on Sunday. While I was on the road, I was still feeding people. We had Zubac, Zinger, Maxi, Brown, Aldama, and Giannis. Cash it all, baby. I had variations of the 3-man and the 4-mans right here. He tailed, he cooked, he cashed. This was my other main 4-man for that day. Aldama, Maxi, Porzingis, and Giannis. Nobody wanted to take Aldama's RA. The last 5 kings were hating it. It was red. I said, I don't care. Cash it. Bang. 9. Sweat free, might I add. Sweat freaking free. And that's what it's all about. Stacking up the dubs. Queen Bets, aka Miss Goat. Silent member, my favorite type. Last night, projections were on point. Projections plus Outlier. She's absolutely right. And what is she referring to? What is Lockout Bag Chaser referring to? Let me cook. It's this right here. Every day. Me and my boy Negative, I send him the data. He formats it for you guys, easy peasy, so you can read it, so you can read what's going on. This was yesterday's, okay? If the line on PrizePicks is 63 and I have him projected for 66, you know that there's a differential there. That's a 2.67 differential. We want to find 2 points or higher to target it. Either way, whether we're going more or less. So right here, you would know you'd want to be taking Joker more fantasy score. Same thing with Wemby. 4 differential, more on 54. It cashed. I think that was Negative's play of the day too. Alexander less. That cashed. Blowout. Model was surgical. So now it's not always going to be right. Okay, this is just what's most likely to happen. But overall, it's going to be right more times than wrong, guys. And I read this sheet every single day, and I will help you guys navigate which are the best ones to target. Okay? Sometimes there's going to be discrepancies that I don't agree with, but overall, it's going to be right on the money. Now, this is the one that I post in the Discord. The one that I show you guys on YouTube is right here. Just shows the fantasy point per minute, the last 3 fantasy point. But have no fear. I'm giving you guys a Super Bowl discount to get into the Discord, so stay tuned to the end of the video to find out how you can get in the mix as well. Now, yesterday's prop list went 14-5, an insane rate. I'm not always going to have the correct pairings myself. Yesterday I went 4 of 6, 3 of 4 in a bunch of my lineups. It happened. If I was home, I went to that Thunder game, which was absolute poverty, left by the third quarter, I would have landed on the 25x combo. But let's keep it moving. So for today, we got options, guys. But what I want to tell you is learn to odd shop. I need to show you guys something right quick. Look at our boy Powell. He was at 22.5 points all freaking day. His fantasy score was at 31.5. Now it's at 32.5, okay? But check this out. We'll come back to you, Tatum. 32.5 fantasy score for Powell, right? Good, right? Okay, maybe so. And then LeBron James at 26.5 points. No Davis, The Battle of California, Clippers, Lakers should be a good game. You get a 1v1 skinny optimal. Good play on PrizePicks, right? Right, comment guy? Wrong. It's wrong. And here's why. Forget giving PrizePicks this. Forget it. It has nothing to do with the plays. Look over here on Underdog. I got Powell 2 fantasy points less, and I got LeBron a full point lower. This is called value shopping. You have to do this stuff across Chalkboard, Underdog, Sleeper. I got partnerships with all of them. You use code CRUSH, they're gonna match your money, give you a free square, and I give you 30 days on my Discord. So you have no excuse. The excuse is gone. Even if you just put a 10 piece, okay, $10, you get it all. And then you shop around. It takes work. You got to do your due diligence, because why, oh why, comment guy, would you do this for 10 to win 30 when you can do the same thing over here, 10 to win 30, and get it here? So get on Underdog. You can do this for every square. There's going to be value. Sometimes the best place to take it is on PrizePicks. Sometimes Underdog. We just don't know. You have to shop around, and I teach you guys how to do this in the court as well, but it's literally ABC simplistic, guys. So make sure you get in the mix. Again, it's code CRUSH. Tail or fade this, whatever you want, but you're getting value at the end of the day, guys. Okay. Now, if you want a tool that helps you find all the value quickly and quietly, it's DG Fantasy. Again, links in the description, code CRUSH, and you can use it and find these in real time, or you can do it manually. It's up to you, but when you do it manually, you run the risk of losing a lot of things. I use both. Okay. I use this to price shop my market data overall. It's quick and easy for me to see, and then I literally check my projection sheets and find the differentials and go from there. So let me give you an example. All right, let's do an example in real time. Yes, I'm going to give you guys the plays. Hold on to your panties, okay? Captain Crush is cooking right now. Kawhi Leonard, 5 rebounds. He's 5.5 and 4.5 everywhere else, right? So we know his range of outcomes is what it is. Find the projection sheet. Kawhi Leonard, 19 points. I have him projected for 5 rebounds, okay? 5 rebounds. So there's no real value there unless you're going with the market. It's signaling that most likely he's going to push, which is why it's so heavily juiced on 4.5. Therefore, you could take it in a lineup if you wanted to. I personally am not going to go there, all right? Now let's look at Jason Tatum. 8.5 rebounds. He's minus 118 to go under on the sharpest book. Everywhere else has him heavily juiced. This one, the last 5 Kings are all over this. It's one of the most popular plays in America today. But again, you do not want to take this on PrizePicks, because Chalkboard is paying almost 2x for taking under on Tatum's rebounds right now. Okay, PrizePicks is just paying you their normal payout, and in fact, did they pull it off the board? Yes, they pulled it off the board, okay? So what you need to do is go to Chalkboard, okay, right now, and you can see they're paying 1.95x. So a 2-man with any random low spectrum juiced prop like Gafford 2.5 blocks 1.6 is still paying 3.3x. This is where you'd want to take it on Chalkboard. Again, like I tell you guys, the theme, it's code CRUSH. You'll get the match, free square, and 30 days. This is what it's all about, price shopping. That's the theme of the video. I know it's Taco Tuesday. I couldn't care less, guys. I couldn't care less. We're still price shopping. The tacos aren't even guaranteed to hit. But let's give the plays out for PrizePicks, because it is Taco Tuesday. Everybody wants it. Captain Crush got your back. Now, you got a lot of options today, folks. A lot. But it wouldn't be a day ending in Y if we didn't talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Porzingis. Oh my goodness, a wagon. I know he sold over the weekend. I think it was Saturday, but let's talk about this man. First half fantasy score at 17.5 is 100% in the mix. They moved it all the way up to 19. My goodness, I got it at 17.5. I love the value, man. Look at this. It opened at 18.5. I got it at 17.5. It's now 19. My gosh. Value finder. That's why you got to be in the cord. But look at the head-to-heads. 25, 27, 19. Okay, so now we know we're not eating the bump on that. Let's look at his first half points. This is the zinger wagon of wagons. Okay, 12, 14, 15. Last 20, he's gone over 10 and 16 of his last 20. Last 10, he's gone over in 9 of 10. Last 5, 4 of 5. This was the day he sold, January 31st. Guys, he is a wagon. If you don't want to take this, it did open at 9.5. You could look at his first quarter points. Let me find it right here at 5.5. It's the same thing. 9 of 10. 13 of 20. I mean, it's a wagon. Guys, if he sells, you just have to suck it up and deal with it. But the prop that I want to give you that's 2.25x with the tacos is his full game points at 14.5. 17 of 20 in his last 20. 10 of 10 in his last 10 and 5 of 5 head-to-heads. It's a full sweep. That, my friends, is the optimal pair if you ask me, okay? It's optimal. I think it's hitting. Let's go see. It's 2.25x. Let's go see what Captain Crush model projects him for. 19.4 points, 8 rebounds, 1.5 assists. Okay, 19 points. So a 5-point differential in the model. You know it's good to go. That would be my one that I give to you. Next, another play that I like today, trying to get through this quickly. There's so much information I could give you guys, but that's why I have live streams every day at 5:15 Central. Well, Monday through Friday. Okay, next is a demon. Okay, we're moving from goblin to demon. Now, oh, Gab's giving a demon? What's going on here? Guys, 3.5 blocks for Gafford. Call me an office crazy, but I honestly think it's hitting. Okay, it's going to be a pace-up spot for the man. If you don't want to take his 3.5 blocks, I wouldn't begrudge you a bit. No Washington. You could take his 39.5 fantasy score. If we go to the fantasy point per minute tool, you can see he's averaging 1.29 fantasy points per minute, and this is with him only averaging 21 minutes. Obviously, with lineup personnel changes, he's getting more minutes now. If he gets to the higher end of 20s, like say 29, 28, even if he plays more than that, he's going to soar over 1.29 fantasy points per minute, guys. Look at his last three: 50, 46, 28. I mean, I think it's a good square. Even his PRA and his points, everyone's going to be on him today. I personally took his rebounds at 9.5. You could see they bumped it. You could go to his goblin, but now I just think it's either these two as well as his first half at 19.5. You want to talk about another wagon? They bumped it too. It was 19.5. It's now 20. You got to make a decision here. But the block shots is crispy, okay? All of it is. Now, it's going to be risky. It's a demon, of course. But here you go. 3.5 blocks. He's only had it in 6 of his last 20, but in his last 10, 4 of 10, and in the last 5, he's gone over 3 of 5. It's going to be sweaty, guys. There's no doubt in my mind. It's literally just a play that you hope hits. It's not guaranteed, okay? If you want to take his full game PRA instead or his full game fantasy score, you can. All right, so we talked about Powell. You take his fantasy score or 22.5 points on Underdog and Chalkboard. We talked about Tatum less 8.5 rebounds, where to take that. We just talked about Gafford. We talked about Porzingis. I'm going to give you a few more and then we're going to wrap it up. Now listen, do not anchor a demon prop. The best line is the 2.5 blocks, which is on Chalkboard, okay? And I think you can get that on Underdog too. That is what you want the most of, and it's still going to be risky, but those are options you can take. Now let's go over to the fantasy score side of things really fast. And PrizePicks is moving lines, baby. That's what they do. They're moving lines. It's freaking cinema, but that is what they are doing. Okay, we have Indiana versus Portland, the late night hammer. I think these are going to be situations that we can get in front of. But for those late night plays, I'm thinking for that Clippers game, the Lakers side, I gave you the 2-man for Underdog. But I think Rui Hachimura's fantasy score or his straight up points at 14.5. Let me see if it's still up here. Again, personnel changes, his usage rate and his opportunity is going to increase. I think both of these are solid. You could run it back with Zubac's first half PRA at 14.5 on Underdog, 15 if you wanted the bump. You could also take Kawhi Leonard, that 5 rebound, which I told you guys had push equity. You could go right there. If you want a 1v1 for that game, since we're not taking Powell on PrizePicks, you could go right here. We are taking Powell on Underdog and Chalkboard where we're getting value, just not on PrizePicks. You could go right there, guys. Either one of these for these two are fine. And then from the Portland side, let's clear the board. Again, I'm not going to go into Outlier and show you guys all the analytics. You're just going to have to take my word for it, or don't. You can fade. Tumani Kamara's stock is on the rise, and I think his points rebounds is in an excellent spot, and I'm dibbling and dabbling. You can see the last 5 Kings are rejoicing, jumping out of their seat. It's going to be a good spot for him. You can see he's gone over in 7 of his last 10, 13 of his last 20. Head-to-head, he hasn't got there yet. But again, this is a totally different team than what's on November 27th, y'all. Let me talk to you. You could see the matchup is fine, 29th and 25th. It's not going to get a better micro matchup than that. Last 5, 4 of 5. Like I said, the last 5 Kings are absolutely rejoicing. It's all about minutes. His minutes are trending up, 36, 35, 39. Now, does he do a lot of cardio? Sure, guys. I'll be the first one to tell you he does a lot of cardio, but you got to consider him. And then if you're looking for a run back for a 1v1 skinny, it's the same guy we took last night, Nemhard, and you just pray that he gets there. Last night we had his fantasy and his RA. He cashed both for us. You can go right there. Let me see what his line is. If it's nothing too egregious, 27, yeah, I think that's fine. 30, 30, 30, 47, 32. He is on a back-to-back. It is going to be sweaty. I'll probably just take a naked Kamara. Pause! But yeah, we'll just take him by himself. That's what that term means. And we'll go from there. So Tumani, Porzingis, Rui, plus the other ones that I said. Now I have a full list of first half and full game projections and props posted in the Discord right now. And you guys can get in. CaptainCrush.net gold package. You'll get into the live stream today at 5:15. I have a promo going for you guys right now, and it's only going to last till the end of the week to celebrate the Super Bowl. You click subscribe on the gold package. 1 month right here. SB50. Super Bowl 50. It's 50% off your first month. It'll take you all the way down to $12.49. I'm literally giving it away. You'll get the fantasy point per minute tool every day. Looks just like this. My player projection model every single day looks just like this. Access to the Discord, the live streams where I post these lineups, the plays, daily props that look just like this, okay? Every single day. Yesterday went 14 and 5. Cash, cash, chalk, cash all that, reboot, chalk, cash, cash, chalk, okay? The full list right here, cash assist, chalk that, cash, cash, chalk Zion, he chalked everything. Morant, cash, Nemhard, cash, Mathurin, cash, Dyson Daniels, cash, Richard, cash, Alexander's Goblin, cash, folks. 14 and 5. You'll get all this. Plus, you get the exact slip sent to you as well, okay? This was Sunday. All cash, cash, cash. 2 25Xs on Friday, by the way, okay? So use that promo code SB50, get in the mix, and that's that. You'll get everything else. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in. Try not to keep it too long today. It is Taco Tuesday. Good luck in all your contests. Here's the salute. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.